king of the hill.
What is up, guys? This is Kia here, and today I actually have a nice little commentary topic. I almost said talk about. Oh, silly me. But anyways, as for the gameplay, this is a nice little Rampage 20-0 crazy king game. Team objective, me being an awesome designated slayer, or as one of my friends would say, a harvester. What was that? Oh, that was my iPod telling me I have mail. Okay, cool. Good for me. But anyways, damn, always stick with the DMR. Probably could have got more kills in this game if I did, but oh well, whatever. I thought it would be cool to run Shoddy Sword, even though that was a bad idea. But anyways, as for my topic today, I want to talk to you guys about armor abilities and how I think they are all balanced. And I've seen so many commentaries on how people think they are not balanced, so I'm going to defend armor abilities and say how they are balanced. Alrighty, let's get started, shall we? Let's start with jetpack, just cause, I don't know, this guy's got a, oh no, that guy doesn't have a jetpack on. For some reason I'm thinking about jetpacks, mainly cause I hate them. Like, one, it's a good way to rush power weapons if they're high above altitude-wise. Two, they get advantage in gunfights because they can just randomly, you know, lift up and it's like, crap, now I gotta aim upwards, and all they gotta do is aim down and shoot you in the face. And then also they get an extra advantage if they manage to get an ordnance weapon on their hands, because if they have an ordnance weapon as they are jetpacking, it's just like, oh, done, oh, done. Anyways, for one of its cons, everyone can hear you when you jetpack, and when you are jetpacking, you become this automatic target that everyone wants to shoot at. They're all just like, bang. Well, at least that's what it seems like to me. Whenever I see jetpackers, I notice that a lot of people fire right away at them. But anyways, another con is that you don't really, I don't know, I don't think the jetpack has that much like oomph to it. And what's the word I'm looking for? You can kind of pretty much like only fly in like one direction. You can't really strafe. And needlers, once they lock onto jetpackers, it's basically their kryptonite. Even though needlers can pretty much wipe out anything, but that's because it's the needler or the nubular. But yeah. Now I'm gonna go on to sprint. Sprint's positives. You basically tie sprint with any close range weapon, and it's basically, you know, easy mode. Especially if you got like sprint sword working for you. It's just like, you know, bam, done. And you'll actually see me use sprint sword in this gameplay. Such lovely cheap tactic. But anyways, its positives also, you get to rush power weapons. That's its actually advantage over armor lock, because armor lockers, you can't really sprint. You're stuck. You're a slow little turtle, you know. And also with sprinting, you can sprint up, hit people twice most of the time, and they won't even notice. Like, even people who've been playing Halo for a long time, if you just sprint up on them and double melee them, it's, you know, it's over. Easy mode, like I said. Even though, honestly, I think sprint should get a little buff up. I think it should get a little bit more distance or a little bit more speed when you're sprinting. Because, I don't know, I mean, I think it needs a slight buff of speed at least. Because even when you're sprinting, you still feel kind of slow, at least in my opinion. But yeah, that's how sprint. And sprint's major downfall, or its counter, is basically armor lock. Because an armor lock's counter actually is sprint. They do counter each other. And once I get to armor lock, I'll tell you how. Now on to hologram. Basically, it really depends on how smart you are if you fall for it. then that's what hologram's good against. But if you're not that, you know, stupid, and you don't fall for holograms and try to shoot at them, then there you go, that's its counter. Active camouflage. Now, active camouflage is kind of a tricky one. It depends on who's using it. It's really good for escaping, and it's really good for a radar jammer. So that's its, you know, cons. And also, if you get like Invis and the sword, and you're just like being, you know, a nice little camper around the corner, yeah, that's a pretty good setup, I guess. Even though it's so newbie, it's so beta, as Pwnstar would say. But anyway, moving on. You know, you get the invisibility, and you basically can get the first shot on someone. But if you're facing someone who knows what they're doing, they'll chuck a nade in the cluster of where most of the red dots are, because that's usually where the person is in the cluster of the most of the red dots. It makes sense because, well, you know, they're the cluster of what's jamming the radar. So basically all you guys gotta do is shoot in the area or throw a nade in the area where most of the dots are, and bam, you know, you took him out. And if you didn't, because he's not there, he might be on a different level, then hey, you know what? Oh, that was a betrayal on my part. Lol, as I'm watching the gameplay. My bad. Anyways, back to the topic. Like, if you nade them and you get them, and bam, you got them, you got an advantage on them. But if they're not there, or you didn't hit them, then they're either on a different level, you know, just run away. Use your sprint, you know, just leave.